Oh, wait, what? No, it just switched to a different channel. A
Okay.
live stream, nonetheless.
I was about to be like, what?
Oh, it's Thumbus. Finding Shiny Arceus.
I know Thumbus.
I know him too, I don't care.
Nah, I know him personally. We're pals. Alright, I'm live again.
Sure, buddy.
Not
Sure,
crashed.
buddy.
Okay, I lied. We're not crashed this time. We're in! We made it! We're back! We're officially back! Quite frankly, things could not be going worse. Here, let me go by 6:33.
There we go. Now on stream.
I swear, this is gonna crash again, isn't it?
It's okay though, we're back.
Oh, but I have to, like... I see. What happened to Chase? You're so quiet, buddy.
He died. That's what happened.
I heard so silently. I'm here. So you did a Sub Rosa stream earlier, Chase. What's up?
That was last night.
Oh, well, I got a notification that it uploaded 5 hours ago. Admittedly, things could be going better right now for me. Admittedly.
It's okay. Stream is up. It's working. You got chat on screen. Your face cam. It's covering more than 90% of your screen and bothering me.
That's not true. 90% is crazy way to put that. All right.
Yeah, 90%. That's how I'm putting it. You.
Well, don't, because you're being a goober.
You need to make chat smaller.
I did it actually. It's officially working. So.
You need to make that chat smaller.
Oh yeah?
because-
Is that what I gotta do?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
There we go. She's working. Oh, it even has my channel icon next to it. That's so cool. Alright, chatters. If you chat, you pop up on stream now. Pretty exciting.
Exciting stuff.
Alright, I can start recording now, too. Let's get into a regular scheduled program, shall we? Start this timer. Alright, I'm just gonna add up all the timers at the end. That is on break. Very good, Jeffrey. I'm glad that you are on break. Now you can watch the stream. This is my third time restarting it today.
It's going great. Stream is going great. It's going wonderful.
I can agree with that. Wait, I accidentally found out...
Hearing about the channel icon? How far behind am I? There we go.
Oh, on my laptop that I'm watching on, I'm 2 minutes behind, apparently.
I was 41 seconds behind.
Alright, back to our regularly scheduled program. You know, good. Very good. I'm glad you... He gets it. I mean, it took so long to get working. I just did a 20-minute stream getting it working. I'm looking quite dapper today.
That's a interesting way to describe yourself.
That's not very nice of you, you know that?
I'm not a nice guy. I think we established this.
I mean, we did.
I'm gonna
Alright.
hear in like 2 seconds from my other phone to be nice.
Other phone is still crazy to me. I know I was in good.
Why is that
What if I just make my
crazy?
face cam bigger Wade?
Bigger Wadley Puff?
Yep. Or smaller chat. There we go. Perfect. Less Wade, less chat. It's a good mix. Because now I can see more Pokemon. Oh no, the yes is blocked by chat. Now I could always go in the bottom left corner. That is always a spot. I'm glad I'm figuring out the whole streaming thing.
Button.
No, over the Y button. No one needs to see it anyway.
Itself right next to the Y button as if people need to see it.
Just so people can explicitly see the Y button. That is even better, you're right. Oh my gosh. I just realized my camera's inverted, so I've been seeing my face opposite this whole time. That's crazy. I just learned how cameras work.
Good job.
Yeah, I did it. Alright, back to regularly scheduled Squirtles.
Oh, stream's buffering.
It is buffering, you're right. Oh, never mind. I just never clicked the button to catch all the way up with stream. Huh. It's crazy, because this camera is really, like, high quality whenever you're, you know, right up to it. That was a bad example. But for some reason, it won't focus on my face fully, like, on the actual stream recording. Because if you look at it, you know, I'm very pixelated. And on my screen, I look, you know, 4K HD beautiful. It's a very confusing time for us
You
all.
always look beautiful.
Well, of course. Always beautiful. No shiny Squirtle. That would have been a great time to get it. My toes are cold. Goodness gracious.
You're gonna end up crashing on stream one of these times, and you're gonna get it as you crash.
Do you know how scared I am for that? Because it's so likely.
It would be tragic.
I almost did more Squirtle encounters last night.
I'd laugh at you. Because I gotta hate. Haters gotta hate.
Haters gotta hate. Haters gotta hate.
Almost done hatching the eggs I spent half an hour gathering yesterday. No.
I made a mistake. I made a great crap. How far is why my stream doesn't want to be caught up on the other screen? It keeps falling like a minute behind.
Yesterday, please.
I just don't like that the face cam glares so hard at my glasses.
I love it.
Especially since I don't officially have to wear glasses. I wear blue light glasses because I get really bad headaches. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's bad. It gets really bad, actually. Especially when I'm sitting here shiny hunting. It puts so much strain on my eyes.
I don't want a Mr. Wiggly Puff in pain.
Whenever I played, you know, I was shiny hunting for like 6 hours straight on a car ride to Florida, actually. And I literally, like, got such a bad migraine that I didn't touch my Switch for the rest of the time. Because every time I even looked at my phone, I got a headache. It was bad.
I get really bad headaches. I just tough it out.
Oh, I tough it out, but I get very angry about them. Whenever I have migraines
Through the shiny hunt.
when I get bad migraines and headaches, I kind of just ignore it unless it's like a sinus headache, and then I just cry.
Funny story.
Funny story cuts out. Funny story.
Because I got a call. I got a
Oh, you're-
random spam call. Anyway.
Yeah, we love spam callers.
The egg that I got my shiny Rowlet on. My head was pounding. I got on my knees and begged to God to just freaking give it to me, and it hatched.
Is that what I gotta do?
Yes, get on your knees and say.
Get on my knees? What do you mean by that, little bro? What are you trying to say here?
You have to get on your knees and beg. It won't work.
What do you mean by that?
You just have to kneel and beg
You won't see me.
and pray.
Oh, Arceus up above, please give me this shining Squirtle. Thank you. Right here. Maybe you're right.
I've been getting so many spam calls recently, it's genuinely triggering.
Oh, I know how you feel, dude. Ignize, which is a problem whenever I get calls from job offers. But they usually just leave a voicemail thinking I'm busy. Oh, my stream is lagging on the other monitor, huh? Gosh darn. That's weird. It should be fine. Maybe the other laptop's just the one lagging.
Call from a job, I decline it. That's not a joke.
Why? Oh, well, I guess I know why, but...
No. I don't mean, like, people calling to, like... I mean, like, when I'm already hired.
Oh.
Like, if my boss calls me, I always decline it.
It's my day off. Quite frankly, I don't need to listen to you. I agree with that. I don't always decline it. I usually answer.
Is at Home Goods, they liked to call me a lot when I wasn't working. And I'm like, nah.
Nah.
And the one time I answered the phone when I wasn't working at Chili's, they forced me to come into work. So...
Just tell them no. He'd fire you for saying no. You can't force me on my day off.
I was asked to cover someone's shift.
Are you one of those people that are like, just feel too bad to say no?
So that's why I stopped answering phone calls.
I'm one of those people that felt too bad to say no until I just started saying no.
No, I feel too bad to say no.
I used
The
to.
girl who wanted me to cover her shift was desperate too. She's like, I'll pay you to cover my shift. I'm like, I'll just do it. I don't give a shit.
Allie just asked me if I'm coming over. Bro's at work. Or should be at work.
Actually, technically, she still owes me dinner.
What?
She promised she'd buy me food if I covered her shift. I said that's alright.
No, I'd say buy me food and give me money, both.
She technically still owes me food.
I'd say buy me 10 McDonald's cheeseburgers and give me 20 bucks on top of it.
I have her Snapchat.
That's 40 bucks.
I could just...
So where's my food that you owe me? Just so many months later.
Some food real quick.
That's crazy work. Oh, Allie
Just
texted.
text her and be like, I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. Could. I don't know if I still have her added. I think I unadded her.
Just, I'm hungry.
No, I still have her on Snap. Yo.
Food time!
The last thing I sent her was just weird.
You didn't say I'm hungry, just say hungry.
Just say hungry. All caps. Oh, that's awesome. What? Hungry! You know, send a voice memo. Just scream the word hungry.
No.
Not feeling that one?
No.
So remember whenever I covered that shift for you? I'd like that food payout now. How's Allie gonna tell me to come over right now when I finally start streaming for the day? Sorry, stream. Gotta go hang out with my girlfriend.
I mean, I don't think anyone would blame you.
What do I get out of it?
Food.
That's debatable. They're doing leftovers for like the next few days, and I ate all the good leftovers.
Ew, not leftovers.
Okay, I don't understand you on that front. I still like leftovers.
No, I love leftovers.
But all they have left is
I'm
salad.
hating for nothing. I'm hating for no reason, Wade.
I do that. Yeah, all they got left is salad. I ate the tortellini. Well, there might be something else that I don't remember. No, I don't think there is. Oh, there's little leftover pieces of chicken that just aren't great. I mean, it's more food than I have at my house, don't get me wrong, but look at me, I'm not a salad eater. I'm not a herbivore. I eat snacks and meat. And you can interpret the meat as you will.
I don't think I've ever been just offered to go eat at someone's house. It's sad.
Well,
I have no friends. I'm lonely.
Chase was the only one of any of my... Out of all of my mother's children's friends, Chase was the only close friend that didn't get directly invited to her birthday party. Actually, he didn't get invited at all. My mom reached out to all of Jeffrey, or a good chunk of Jeffrey's friends, none of Brendan's friends, because she doesn't like Brendan's friends. And then obviously none of my friends, because we're all children. So Brendan got annoyed and tried inviting every Walmart employee to come. He invited all of OGP to come to our mother's party, because she said she didn't like his friends. It was awesome. He only brought Kate, and I brought Jesse. I was his chauffeur. Me and Jesse were talking earlier, actually. He said, if you stream, don't worry, you'll get lucky enough so that whenever I walk back in my room that you're randomly on my TV again.
Personally, I've never been to a birthday party. I haven't even had one for myself.
What?
I literally have never, I've never had friends over for a party or anything.
I thought you were just gonna end it as I've never had friends, and I was like, oh.
I mean, wouldn't be wrong.
No, you have friends, don't lie.
IRL friends?
Oh, well, that's different.
Not a strong suit.
Who cares about IRL friends? Okay, like all my friends are IRL friends nowadays, but... Who cares about IRL friends?
I have really, really bad social anxiety. Wonderful.
Got over it myself, personally. Took me six... I didn't get over it until I got with my girlfriend, because it's really awkward, but I asked her out because I just...
Gun to your head and physically forced you to get over it.
No, so what happened, because she's worse about it than I could ever be. I was talking to Nathan, one of my best pals, and I didn't realize that she was right next to me. And she heard me, so then I just said, I asked her out. And she said no. She's like, sorry, I can't go on dates because this woman lives under the deepest of trenches in the rocks, you know? She doesn't understand anything, and it's really bad. I had to explain to her a week ago what LOL means, okay? For context here. She's like an old woman.
Lots of love.
that...
Lots of love.
Right, I had to explain to her what it meant for context here. So, let's get a bit more hype here. I had to explain to my girlfriend what LOL meant. So whenever I asked her out, she's like, oh, sorry, my dad won't let me go on dates. I was like, oh, I got really bummed. I'm like, oh, and you just want to be my girlfriend then? She's like, yes. I'm like, I just asked the same question again, woman. You're not understanding me. And then we didn't talk for 3 weeks after we started dating. Well, we talked, we saw each other, but we were really awkward and acted like we didn't know each other. Apparently while she was with her friends once, she looked up how to talk to your boyfriend, which is really sad whenever I look back on it. Then she called me, and then we got into a conversation about freaking paranormal and ghosts, and everything just sparked. And all of a sudden we could talk to each other. It was crazy.
It's honestly wonderful.
It was wonderful. She's like, you should watch this show with me. That show is supernatural, and it's now my favorite show of all time, so... things worked out. After 15 seasons of watching it, and then realizing after I watched it the first time I was talking about it and finding out my mom loves the show, it made me want to not love the show anymore. Because, like, wow, I really am my parents' children.
I'm terrible at relationships. Social anxiety does not help with that.
Crazy. You're right, Jeffrey. It is crazy. I think I'm just gonna tell a story time while I shiny hunt. And that's gonna be my next video.
Story time.
Story time. The last time I pissed my pants.
Until you go way over odds, so now you have to go super into detail.
I didn't say I was gonna I didn't say I was gonna story time until I found a shiny. I was just gonna do it while I hunt. That's a good story. That's funny.
It's a good story.
Jeffrey, what's a good story? Chase, what's a good story?
Talk about like the first time you got injured or something.
I can talk about when I broke my arm, but that's kind of lame. Alright. So, whenever I was a kid, this was in about first grade, we had this little tree in our backyard, but as we were young and dumb, we like to jump off of our front porch as well. Okay, this becomes relevant later in the story. So, my brothers, and all of the neighborhood friends were playing baseball in our neighbor's yard. I wanted to play. So I ran inside and went and I grabbed my favorite baseball bat that my little Wade self could carry. And I went and I jumped off the porch and my foot got stuck in a railing. And I fell and landed on my arm. Thought nothing of it. Went into the backyard. Climbed the tree. Fell out of the tree because I couldn't use my arm. So I'm like 2 feet in the air and I slip out of the tree and land on my arm yet again. And Jeffrey's friend, his name was Alex, great guy, came up and saw me crying on the hill and he's like, what's wrong? I'm like, my arm hurts. He looks at it, it's 3 times the size of my other arm. It's blue. It's bad. So he sends me inside to my mother. And quite frankly, she freaked out. So, football. No, it was baseball, pal. I know we always played football, but it was baseball. This time, I remember grabbing the bat because it smacked me in the head. That was the only reason I went back inside. If it was football, I would have just ran in. So, my mom says we need to go to a doctor. My father, the genius he is, says, nah, that's lame. We don't got that kind of money. Just put him in our bed, throw in an ice pack, and have him watch SpongeBob. Great day for me. Didn't go to school the next day. He wrapped me up in some bandages that he stole from his job and made a makeshift splint. Pretty goated if you ask me. I was, 2 days after the incident, I get dropped off at my grandma's because they gotta work. Still don't go to school. 3rd day in, nah, football, me, it was baseball. This is my story, Jeffrey. My story, and I know it was baseball because it was the first time that you guys were trying to play it because none of us were good at it. So we swapped. I remember it. Why would I have a baseball bat if it wasn't football? Anyways, back to the story. Where was I? Yes, my grandmother's house. Back then, I was still watching Minecraft. I was watching a crazy craft mod from a YouTube. And I was sitting there with a purple arm, by the way. Y'all need that universal healthcare? That's what I'm saying, right? Literally, if we had universal healthcare, I would have gone to the doctor. A week in to having a broken arm, you can see something poking out, but we thought nothing of it. My mom is the only one in my family that's convinced I have a broken arm. Well, now, not really back then. I think you were the only one that was good back then, actually. Anyways.
I think if your arm is purple, that might require
Yeah, that's what my mom was saying, but my dad's like, nah, it's just a little swollen. Throw some ice on it. Get better soon, champ. Walk it off. And now at this point, I know what broke my arm. Sorry, I know what injured me. It was the second I went off the porch, but at this point, I'm telling everyone it's because I fell out of the tree. But instead of the 2-foot tree, I tell everyone I fell out of the 50-foot great oak that was in our yard to make I had to embellish a little bit. I would have died, but I had to embellish. Couldn't be embarrassed. A week goes by. My mom finally convinces my father, we're taking him to the ER. I am not doing this anymore. He has a broken arm, and my dad's like, I can't wait for them to give you a bill that you and your parents are going to pay for because you're wrong. We get there. The doctor looks at me or looks at my father and says, you think that's not broken? Are you stupid? And it was pretty funny. So they tell me to x-ray, and I couldn't turn my arm normally like this. So I literally turned my back around and went to the very top. To this day, she still believes it was the tree. Everyone does, because that's what I told them. But we all know, secretly, I jumped off the porch, and I just didn't want to get us in trouble, so that we weren't allowed to jump off the porch anymore. Mind you, this is happening at my birthday. Literally, like a week after my birthday happens, I break my arm. April 30th, this happens like May 10th. So, we move on. The doctor says, alright, we gotta heal this guy up. I go into surgery. They're trying to put me to sleep, and I'm like, it's 2 in the morning. I'm, like 7 years old. I go to school. I have these twin girls who, at the time, quite frankly, I had a crush on. That helped me with all of my work. They took turns. It was pretty great for little Wade. The game's frozen. The game froze. This is awkward. Hold on. We'll be back in a moment.
Personally,
Alright, we're back.
I broke my arm. It's because I got hit by a car.
Anyways,
And,
as...
I just kind of looked at it, went, it doesn't look right, and just went around. I couldn't type on my phone because my arm was broken, so I went around trying to get someone else to. First lady I asked to looked at me and said, call 911.
Such a momentous example of why universal healthcare should be a thing for y'all. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, where was I? Yes. Quite frankly, very happy that these girls that I had a crush on, they were twins, were helping me. Monumentous, can I just say. I was rizzing them up. Rizzing them up, let me say. They helped me in art class. They helped me in math class to write, at least. I broke my right arm and I'm right-handed, so it was really bad for me. I had to use left hand. My first grade teacher... Who did I have? Mrs... Can I dox this? Yes, I can. Mrs. Bass, my first grade teacher. Absolute saint. Probably my 3rd favorite teacher that I had in elementary school. She was so sweet about it. She was so helpful. It was great. Summer vacation rolls around. I have my arm cast on. Still have the arm cast, actually, at my mom's house. The second one that I had, I believe. Maybe the first. You can see how tiny my little arm was back before I got big and old. Quite frankly, my arm was just... It was not going to work. Summer break rolls around. I find out I'm going to be in a cast all summer. Not allowed to get it wet. Not pog. Not enjoyable. So while all my friends were in the pool, while my family was at the lake, I had to sit back and watch and suffer. But I did get out of a lot of school and got my homework done for free. Pretty great. So, middle of the summer, Mom, you meant to? Yes. I'm American. That's just me. Anyways, first memory I have of the summer with the broken arm. Well, actually, no, I remember sleeping in the recliner in the living room a lot with a broken arm while my brothers were at school for like a month, and then I went back. Anyway, summer break, losing track here. First memory I have, we all went to my great-grandmother's lake house, me, my father, my mother, and my brothers before the divorce. And my brothers, they're trying to rizz up these two probably 21-year-old girls. They're like, at this time, I'm like 6 or 7. No, I would have just turned 7 probably. So they're like 8 and 11. Rizzing up these 20-year-olds. Obviously, the girls were not getting rizzed up. They were just joking with them, thinking it's funny that these little kids are trying to smooch on them. So there's a specific swimming area in the lake because, you know, swimming in the other spots, it wasn't particularly guarded from having snakes or snapping turtles. There's still snakes in the swimming area, just a lot less. They jump in the lake off of the fishing dock. Oh, yeah, and lures and whatnot. But, with these girls, they're swimming. I'm just sitting there watching. Can't even fish. Sad day for me. I love fishing. And it was a sad day. I tell my parents, hey, they're trying to smooch on some 20-year-old ladies. My dad comes in, wanting a piece of the action. When was this? Whenever I broke my arm, it was the summer during. You and Brendan started talking to these random older women. And you started jumping off the dock and swimming. I remember like it was yesterday. It was beautiful. Anyways, during that trip, very sad for me. It was like first grade, I think. But, I couldn't swim. Very sad day. Eventually, towards the end of the summer, I got put into those little splints, you know. My arm was healing. It was still, like, bad in the wrist area, so they had that on me, and it's like a cloth one, not an actual cast. Big time skip to the, like, middle end of the summer. We go to my aunt's house for her pool. I'm swimming with a plastic bag tied around my arm. My brothers weren't there for this. It was just me, my mother, because they were over at their father's, and I was not with mine.
I remember swimming with a plastic bag around my arm.
Yo, young me got riz is crazy. Well, I also still had floaties on my arms because I wasn't good at swimming yet anyways, so it worked out. Floaties and a pool noodle. And I remember and this is why kids shouldn't have kids. This is why kids shouldn't have kids. Look, my parents weren't kids when they had me. They were kids whenever, well, my father, I'm his firstborn, but my mother had her first kid, which is, you know, Candy in the chat at like 17. Anyway, my father at the time of this, like 27 years old, just got his driver's license. Don't need to put that out there. I just like embarrassing him. I can see your son's more mature. I don't have a son. I don't have a child. You know what? No, I do have a child. It's Meatball, my cat. Anyways, we're getting off track on the broken bones story. Once my arm gets snapped like a twig, it hasn't been right since. First off, because of the way that they fixed it, my right arm is permanently a full, like, 2 inches longer than my left. It's weird. It's still my dominant hand, but I am ambidextrous because of it. Pretty great. And moral of the story, whenever you're a kid, don't jump off of things that are too high for you to safely land. And then don't lie about your story to make it seem like you're cooler. So, there's that, too. Would we like another story?
My arm is longer than my right one. I don't like that.
I've got another pretty awesome story. Childhood stories are awesome. What's a good one? Good childhood story. We can talk about war, part 1 and part 2. On my old... Those videos are still out. Getting loved as a child. I was very loved as a child.
I wasn't.
My parents loved me. It was great.
I've never felt enough love.
Hamilton. Is Hamilton my child? Alexander Hamilton, your friend?
Your hedgehog.
My hedgehog, Hamilton! We can't tell the Hamilton story. That'll last like 30 seconds.
That's true.
He didn't last long. I was very sad. Hermione. Nah, we can't tell the Hermione story. There's no story. Basically, my father went and got a kitten with me from a girl that he was trying to get with, which was his friend's ex-wife. Basically, my father wanted to get with my friend's ex-wife, bought a kitten from her. We named her Hermione, and it broke him and his girlfriend at the time up completely. They were on a break, but then they're like, yeah, no cats, hate cats. So, that's how that happened. Not a long, fun story.
I like cats.
I love
I'm
cats.
allergic, but I'm
Meatball.
allergic, but I love
Hello,
cats.
sweet boy. Meatball's back that way. If I turn, you can see his eyes glowing in the background. Beautiful. Childhood story. What's a funny childhood story? I've got some good ones.
Something that you did that was stupid.
I've done plenty of stupid things.
Tell me them so I can hate on you.
I'm gonna go to my original Instagram that I had as a child and look at my posts. Let's see if I posted it. No, you know what? Hold on, let's remember. We got this. Next story is gonna be about the first felony I ever committed. Starting the story stream for the YouTube video. Beaver, if you say it again, I swear to Christ. Say it again, I swear to Christ. Next story we're talking about. Shh. All right. Second story we're gonna talk about is the first felony I had ever committed. When you went up to my cousins. Nope. We're talking about my felony. Basically, my friend chasing the car, I used to have a fat crush on his sister. In about 3rd grade. And her best friend, actually. How pretty crazy. Yeah, I did date her. Off track for a second. She still tells her boyfriends to this day that me and her dated in like 1st or 2nd grade. Which is kind of weird. Like, she told Otis, and now he doesn't like me because of it. Anyways, we used to throw rocks on my neighbor's roof. He was a tow truck driver. He was a creepy guy. He was registered on something. Not a word, Beaver. And he was registered, and we didn't know that until last year, actually. But we would throw little rocks on his roof, right? And he obviously heard it. He was an older man. He didn't like it. Sometimes he'd peek out his window and watch us, and we'd run away in fear, screaming, as kids do. And so one day, he ran out the door with a shotgun in his hands. Pretty freaking terrifying. So we stopped for a couple of months. Until I got a little ballsy. So I went up and picked up a rock that was the size of my little head, and it was like 40 pounds. There was no way in hell I should have been able to lift it. Yet, I lifted it anyway. And I was like, watch me throw this on his roof, walk up right next to his house, throw it as hard as I can upward, right through his window in his living room. Right through it. Then, and it was, by the way, completely my idea, but I was a very big liar as a child. It was bad. Me and my friend ran away. He didn't find out. No word about it for months. Until some other kid broke his window by doing the same thing that we did. And then he blamed me. Alright. Obviously I did break a window, but I didn't break the one that I got blamed for. And then he saw the other one was broken and then blamed me for that too, which, okay, true. I had to go into his house, I had to see the damage, I had to look at it. I had to apologize, and then we had a sister whom, at the time, I wanted to be my smooch buddy. She ratted me out and said it was all me. She had no part, so she wouldn't get in trouble. And I blamed her as well. I said it was all her idea. So we weren't allowed to talk for a little while. That's fine. I was mad at her anyway for trying to blame me. I don't hold that against you. Those kind of people deserve a spanking. Oh, I got some pankins as a child. For that, I lost going outside privileges for a week. I had to do chores. It was a very sad time for me. No friends. It was very sad. And I had to, you know, do chores to make up for the $500 we had to spend on each window that my grandpa ended up paying for. And yeah, he called the cops even after we paid for it. Tried to press charges against me and my parents. They're like, dude, it's just a kid. Leave it alone. It's fine. So they didn't press charges. Moral of the story, don't throw rocks at people's windows. Why would you do that? That's really stupid. Very stupid activities. Very entertaining. I think...
because I needed you to tell me that entire story to take away from it that I don't want to throw things at people's houses.
I didn't like him, alright? He was a not nice man.
Don't drop anything that is joking.
I could tell another story. Get 3 stories for one long video.
You hatch any shinies yet?
Nope.
I'm currently breeding. Making a second batch of eggs.
I'm always
First
breeding.
One got me nothing. Hey.
I might have one final story if I can remember the whole thing. I just need a second to remember all of it. I got one. This last story is going to be the first time I ever spent the night at my best friend Chase's house in elementary school. I don't remember what grade. It was around Halloween. I was dating a girl at the time who was his sister's best friend. And we went to his house, both of us at the same night. And I was just so weird as a child. First things first, we watched Scream 4 in Chase's room, of course. Very great movie. At the time, I don't remember it much now. But we watched it. They got scared. They got kicked out because his dad was like, boys and girls don't go in the same room with the door closed. Even though we were children, what would happen? But before that, they wanted us to smooch. So Chase grabbed the back of my head and started pushing, while his sister grabbed the back of her head and started pushing. And tried to push us together to make us kiss. And I was like, we were both pushing back like, ew, no. But she said, ew, no. And I like died on the inside a little bit. Because I wasn't against it. I've always been a romantic. I love love, you know.
Okay.
But after pushing our heads together, that's, you know, they got kicked to their room, we got kicked to ours. We finished Scream. So naturally, it was time to scare them. So, Chase found the biggest, I think it was actually a Scream costume that your older brother Zach had. We found a big black robe that covered both of us. I put him on my shoulders. And we knocked on their door because he had a Scream mask and a fake knife it was plastic and it had like fake red blood in it. It was awesome. What other color would it be? And we break into the room and they start screaming. It's hilarious. They're getting absolutely terrified. He falls off my shoulders. Painful fall for me. He landed on me. And and then after that, we go into his room, or his room. We go into her room. She has a Nintendo 64. I play Super Mario 64 for the first time. I'm garbage. At the time. Obviously, I'm a professional now. No, I'm not. That was a crazy... But, Yeah, we played Super Mario 64. We couldn't defeat the first Bowser boss fight. It was very sad. We were little children, so we went back to our room and fell asleep. And that was the first time I spent the night at Chase's house. Moral of the story: scare your friends, it's freaking hilarious. Pretty great story.
I didn't hear the latter half of that story.
You can watch it in the video, my friend.
Promoting your video before it's out is diabolical.
That's what I told the stories for.
I need a shiny Sprigatito. It would be epic. It would be awesome.
Oh yeah?
The way you said "oh yeah" made me slightly uncomfortable.
I don't know, blue blood's actually... I don't know, blue. Blood's actually blue. It turns red and comes into oxidation through a cut or wind.
Wow.
But like, the fake blood on the knife... Hello, Fremy. Remy. I'm gonna go with Fremy. And I can get corrected if I'm wrong. The fake blood would have to be red. Because, you know, it was fake blood. It was supposed to be oxidized. Hello. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. You've missed some pretty great childhood stories. I lost my train of thought now. Man, I remember my last day of junior year. It was only very few months ago. That was
I remember
last May.
something that happened not too long ago.
Have you gotten any shiny yet? I have not. It's very get many shinies in this game apparently. Every time I start the stream, my timer resets for some reason. So actually, I'm about 3 hours in, not 45 minutes in. But we don't talk about it. Oh, I'm working on it. I'm like really cold right now. This sucks. I could tell another story. Why not? I could tell the more recent story. Sophomore year of high school. I'd say cool for it for your future biology test. My future biology test? Listen. I'm not in school anymore. I'm in online school, technically. I don't have bio. I don't have any science classes, actually. What did I take last year instead of biology? Environmental? No, that was sophomore year. Did I take bio? No, I took environment. No. What did I take?
Anatomy and physiology is the thing you can take instead of biology, I think.
I didn't take... No, I did take bio. I did. Yeah, no, bio is our only option. I'm right.
Anatomy and physiology is normally the other option.
You don't get to take that till senior year here.
No, you can.
Or you can take it as an elective, but like... Exactly. But I remember sophomore year, my second year of shop class, I'm in official woodworking instead of industrial tech. I decide I'm gonna make a little coffee table. It's in my room right now. It's over there in front of my couch. And I have my best friend Chase in my class. Great class. And I say to him at the beginning of the year while he's talking about make your project good, make your reports good, because you could go to state. And I'm like, Chase, what if I go to state? That's why I said future. Fair. Fair enough, fair enough. But, anyways, we go into shop class, we finish all of our safety tests, semester 2 starts, I start my coffee table. What's your favorite Pokemon? I got you. Hold on, Fremy. I'm stuck in the necklace. Does this answer your question? Right here.
The Jigglypuff plush.
My favorite Pokemon is Jigglypuff, not because of the actual Pokemon games, but because of Smash Bros. And I spent $30 trying to win that at the carnival. Or not at the carnival, at Six Flags, actually. Anyways, where did I... Ah, yeah, shop project. So. Shop class. I start building... I'm using techniques I learned in industrial tech. I glue up my tabletop, make it look like one big piece of wood. It's beautiful, by the way. I did really good with it. I'm proud of it. Jigglypuff. Yes, it's in the name. It is in the channel name. After gluing up this tabletop, you also went to State Chase with your nightstand. It was very beautiful.
Oh, I'm a 3-time state champion.
Rodaway gave me permission to go to state this year.
Imagine.
Rodaway emailed me saying, since you didn't take it last year and it's actually finished, your bookshelf's still here. Do you want to take it to state this year? That'd be really funny.
I'm posting my table in the self-promotion tab.
Anyways, yeah, apparently he says, yeah, somebody already paid for my bookshelf apparently. Because Rodaway's like, oh yeah, no, it's already paid for. Because Nathan texted me earlier. He's like, Rodaway told me to ask you if you wanted to take your bookshelf home. And I said, I can't pay for it. I'm too broke. I can't afford it. And he says, Rodaway says it's already paid for and you can just come take it home. Or I can take it home for you. I'm like, okay. If it's already paid for, might as well. And my stream's lagging. This is bad timing. There we go. Alright, back to the story. So I build my table, I build the legs. It's pretty mediocre at best. I take it to district competition at Rankin Technical School. And I get a 99%. I say, oh no, I can't afford to go to state, so I'm not going. My teacher goes, all right, so I'm marking you down. You're going to the state competition because we didn't have enough winners this year. I'm like, but I can't afford it. He's like, if you can't afford it, I'll pay for you at the end. I'm like, okay. Chase makes it. No, you didn't technically make it, did you? No, you did. Nathan's the one that didn't make it.
Yeah, he didn't technically make it. He got.
But he brought Nathan anyway. I make my beautiful report. I still have it on my little shelf next to me, quite honestly. I need, like, mute Discord notification.
Noah just joined the server.
Welcome, welcome. Admiral member.
Truly glorious.
Gosh, our first time at state was awesome. Oh my gosh, JJ, that's actually real. Listening to it like a true awesome man. State comes around. Rodaway's like, I don't think he's gonna win state, so I'm gonna use this project as a stepping stool to put the other projects in. Kinda hurtful. Kinda hurtful. We get to the state competition. Nope. You know what? Backtrack. So whenever you use brush on clear coat, right? It's thicker, but it takes longer. You can also use a paint spray gun to spray on clear coat. But that clear coat, because it's thinner, will melt paint on clear coat. So I said specifically, your necklace is really epic. Thank you. It's my little turtle. I said specifically, do not use the spray on clear because you told me it'll melt it. And he's like, all right. Accidentally uses it on my project right before districts. I get points off for it. It's fine. I re-clear coat it. It doesn't really work out. Ooh, I didn't get an egg that time. Doesn't really work out. That's all right. I got enough clear coat on for it to make it, at least, not immediately lose all of its points. State rolls around. We get there. It's being held at Margaritaville. Why am I not making eggs? What is happening? We get there after a 3-hour bus ride. Pretty great. I spend all of my money that I brought. Didn't have a job yet. Sophomore year. I didn't feel like getting a job yet. And spent... Actually, I didn't spend all my money. Nathan did, though. I bought all the snacks that were unacceptable to open on the bus, such as beef jerky. And It's pretty epic. We get there. Margaritaville, awesome place. We get in our rooms. Me and my two best friends decided to pay extra so we could have a room to ourselves with no randos. I bring my gaming laptop so that we can watch movies. It doesn't really work out. I still played Minecraft. It was pretty epic. Shiny Squirtle! Come on, buddy.
Fun Charmander.
No, we do Ivysaur next. Well, Bulbasaur, yeah, but anyways, to continue that story, to finish it off. Oh my gosh, I can't. I'm like shaking. That's crazy work. We're in our room, blah blah blah. We go to the pool. Nathan doesn't come because he'd rather FaceTime his girlfriend the entire time.
No, I gotta remember because he had that thing.
He had what?
Like that big fist on his neck.
Oh yeah, no, he had that big thing on his neck and he was embarrassed. But his excuse was, he didn't say it was because of that. He said, oh no, it's because I'm gonna be FaceTiming. Was he with Bella or Noelle at the time? Who cares? He was it was Bella. He was FaceTiming Bella.
No, I remember because she wasn't allowed to know Katie was in her room.
Yeah, cause he didn't want Katie in her. I remember now. It's all coming back. Here, I got a picture from the event. Beautiful photos. Just one moment. I'm pulling them up. I can't scroll down.
Shiny Squirtle.
Hold on, chatters. Music. Is this the one I want to use? In what world is this exciting? Nope. Hold on, chat. Hold on, chatters.
Hey, whoever's Game Master can not take the Game Master again. But whatever.
Suspense.
Oh, fuck that, my goddamn.
You know what? Just give me my Mario Kart.
Let's take.
All we had to do to win the state competition was ace my test. Now, our shop teacher's son was in the middle school bracket, so he had the opportunity of taking the test and telling us every single question on the test, so I just had to study what was on the test. He tells us I study those questions. All I had to do was get a 100%, and I would win my category of the state competition. I take the test. I don't know my score until announcement time. Now, we get in there. Let's get a new song. You know what? This one's good. We get in there. My best friend Chase gets called up for getting a 100% on the for getting a 100% on his test and winning the small furniture category. Next, medium furniture. I'm sitting there, antsy, waiting, hoping that they call my name. And that's where things start to go a little bit wrong. You see, I didn't ace my test. I got one question wrong. Just one. So I got second place for the entire category. And you know what makes it even sadder? I was 0.006% off getting first. After the end calculations, 0.006% off of winning. So I came in second place in the state competition for it's over there on the coffee table, quite honestly. Very proud of myself nonetheless. You ever consider being an author? You're an intuitive storyteller. Honestly, whenever I was younger, I really wanted to be an author. I thought it was a really cool idea. Oh, shiny Squirtle. We get home. I'm a little sad. and then things get worse. Actually, no, we leave it there. Our high school art show, we leave my project for it. People loved it. And then I found out something a little cooler. Just a little cooler. Turns out, as it was, the music is frozen. Turns out as a photo, you may ask, it was a picture of me! I was in there 3 times! It was a photo of me! I have the photo saved. I'll put it up on screen for the YouTube video. I'll find it on stream after the story. It was a monumentous occasion. But unfortunately, to get the project home, I'd have to carry it on my back for about half a mile like a turtle, which was kind of heavy, especially since I had my backpack. So it wasn't all great, but I brought it home. It was beautiful. And lo and behold, I came 2nd place in the state championship in Missouri for woodworking. Very exciting. Moral of the story: just because you didn't come first doesn't mean you didn't accomplish something. I think that's a good moral. I think that's my best one so far. And with that being said, my chat is very small for some reason. There it is. Let me fix this. Beautiful. There it is. With that being said, that's going to be the end of today's stream. It was a shorter one, I know. I need to end my timer. Hold on. Hold on. With that being said... Oh, no. We made it. With that being said, that's me on today's stream. We got one of the shinies we're looking for. We told some... But I'd like to go see my girlfriend so she can tell me about her first day at work.